Hello, Captains. I am your host, Brent Justice. Welcome to my channel, Just Gaming for Us. I am playing through the game Star Trek Online right now as a Reman character in the Romulan faction aligned with the KDF. In the last video in this series, we pretty much finished the Zenkethi stuff under New Frontiers. We did the mission called Scylla and Charybdis, which really thrusted us into a new frontier indeed. A lot happened at the end of that mission. Nethpar came to our side. We learned that the Zenkethi were going to attack Bajor. We went to Bajor. DS9 joined us, and we actually first had to fight the Zenkethi off. And then after we did that, and they gave us their space station basically, well, all heck broke loose again, because now all of a sudden the Herc have revived. The Dranzuli, they were calling them, is the Herc. A big enemy of the Klingons back in the day, almost destroyed the Klingons. Well, they're back. And so we had to join forces with the Zenkethi to take out that group of Herc, but at the last minute, that saved our butt. The Dominion came in on top of that, with Odo charging the way. What a reveal. An incredible mission, really, that just packed a whole lot really right there at the end. And now we're at the last mission of New Frontiers, which is called the Renegade's Regret. If I recall correctly, there's really not a lot to this mission. I think we're going to hear a lot of dialogue and explanation, maybe not a lot of gameplay, but maybe there is some, I'm not sure. So if this video takes 5 minutes, then that's all it takes is 5 minutes. If it takes 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30, an hour, whatever. But I have a feeling this will be a very short one. So if there's not any gameplay here, and this is just a dialogue outro to New Frontiers, then that's just what it is. This will be a short video. And I'll put it up quickly so there's really not a lot of wait. And then we'll talk about moving into the Gamma Quadrant stuff next, because I think that's what this is kind of a short little outro thing. Captain Nethpar, the Zenkethi officer who delivered vital military intelligence to the Alliance prior to the assault on Bajor, has turned herself in to authorities at Deep Space Nine. Debrief the captain and determine the nature of this new information if possible.
Captain Nethpar has turned herself in to authorities at Deep Space Nine. She's the Zenkethi officer who delivered vital military intelligence to the Alliance prior to the assault on Bajor. Captain Parr is now actively seeking asylum and claims to have more tactical information for us. I'd like you to debrief the captain and determine the nature of this new information, if possible.
This mission can only be completed as a single player, and we're going to get, well, actually, there's a lot of rewards here. Ground trait, ground trait, a space trait, a draconian ceremonial polearm, and an emitter refocuser. We'll look at all these because that looks very interesting. So we need to go straight to DS9. I'm very far away from DS9. Let's see, but it'll give me option to transwarp there. That's what I'll do. I've only played this mission, I think, once, so I forget what it exactly entails, or it'll come back to me when I get into it. But we're going to go ahead and listen to all the dialogue that Nethpar has to offer.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. The Chief told me to expect you. The Zenkethi officer is in the far room at the back. A Starfleet captain is speaking to her.
And this is the new redesign of DS9, which is just looking great.
Good to see you again. Tensions are running pretty high where the Zenkethi are concerned, but Captain Parr has gone through a lot to help the Alliance. She deserves a fair shake.
Speak with her. All right, here we go.
We keep meeting under less than ideal conditions.
Indeed. Why are you in the brig?
The Chief of Security thought it was a prudent measure. Technically, I am under protected custody until the Alliance decides what to do with me. I cannot fault this decision. Our military has much to answer for, myself included. There are many who might see a Zenkethi face and decide to seek vengeance.
I trust you. Come on out. I guess we have the authority to let her out, I guess. Well, and she went back in. Let's talk to Nethpar.
Thank you. Far too many lives have been lost in this crusade, so I'm glad the tactical data I provided helped to save some.
That's an understatement, Captain.
No longer. I renounced the title of captain after committing mutiny. Part of the price I paid to save those lives today. Let's move on. I have more information for the Alliance. I presume you are here to collect it.
Yes, I am.
Are you ready to hear my story?
Let's hear her story. Oh, wait. Is this where I replay her or her as her or something? There's something like that. I think this might be it. You actually go through and live what she did to learn her side of the story. Something like that. Yeah, I think that might be this one. If so, that's pretty cool. See if I'm right here.
It began on my first mission as captain. I remember it clearly. Captain's log, mission cycle 132.
Maybe it's just a cutscene.
System 91.
That's
local
fine.
Designation Eok. Admiral Zen Tarak prepares to conduct Dransuni cleansing operations. Our tactical reports indicate minimal threat from the locals. This should be another egg run.
Captain Parr.
Oh no, we do get
receiving an
to.
incoming transmission from Admiral Zen Tarak.
Ah, we get to play this. That's right. I remember now. So we get to play literally as her. So yeah, this is neat. Okay, get to see it from her side. All right, continue.
Let's not keep the Admiral waiting, Ensign. Put him on screen.
The planet Eok. Scans show it to be filthy with the eggs of the hatred Dransuli. Their defenses are generally inferior, but their fleet could be dangerous in large numbers. While our ground squad prepares the weapon, we will ensure that no ship leaves this system. If one ship with one egg escapes, the contagion spreads. That is not acceptable. I know this is your first mission as Captain Neth. Don't let your excitement distract you from the task at hand. Stay alert!
Of course, Admiral. We're prepared to enforce containment protocol as ordered, sir.
See to it that you do, Captain. Zen Tarak out.
Okay, so yeah, this is cool. We're actually
Eliminate them.
We're actually in a ship. It's still my stuff on here, isn't it? But Marigu, yeah, it just replaced the image of it, really. Okay, I was wondering. I'm not sure what weapons and things this ship has. It's going to be a little different.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
These ships are free. Destroy them.
Pretty powerful looking weapons, though. What does that do? Lock trajectory. Locks current movement direction for 15 seconds. Oh, it gives you... Interesting. Okay, I don't know. We'll test that out later.
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Destabilize warp core. Yeah, I'm not sure what good that did.
Shields have failed.
Oh, it gave us like a really crazy turn rate. That's wild.
This is
Oh,
the
I see what it does.
We're not warriors. Spare us, please.
Oh, we're killing innocent lives.
Please stop! We're civilians! There's children here!
Listen, we have platinum. It's all yours if you let us go. You're about to blow up a fortune here. Be reasonable.
We're a hospital ship. We're not a threat. Scan us. We have no weapons. Just sick and injured people.
So I see why now she's having to kill all of these innocents.
Target's shields have failed.
It's a cool looking little ship I got here though.
Target's shields have failed.
Captain, the ground team has beamed to safety. The protomatter bomb is ready. Since this is your first mission, I'm granting you the honor of detonating the weapon. Get into position when you're ready.
Yes, as you wish, Admiral. Par out.
Okay, so we also have to detonate the weapon. So this is a cool little thing. I can move really in a straight line, but look, I can do like all these turns. I can like spin in circles as I'm going in a straight line forward. Don't know why I want to do that, but okay, I guess that's something I can do. We'll have to try this one out next. This is peripheral refraction array. I didn't try that. Maybe that's where you use this feature? I'm not sure. Well, there goes the planet.
Command is a difficult path to walk in times, Captain. Yet you performed your duties well. It will reflect in my next report to the Autarch. I have seen great promise in you today. Faithful service to the Coalition is well rewarded. Don't forget that.
Thank you, sir. I will not forget today's events for a long time, if ever.
Okay, so that starts her.
That mission took a toll upon me and my crew. To eradicate the Transuli was one thing. The eradication of innocent Ioki was another. Despite my personal feelings, I remained a loyal officer. Things would change under Cronus 3. I led the Protomatter bomb squad myself.
Yeah, the first planet in this series that we came across that we found out.
Cronus 3 is a primitive, pre-industrial backwater planet. There is a large infestation. You know what to do, Captain. And Neff, keep your guard up down there. We think the target site is a temple. If that's so, the local savages may try to stop you. Feel free to discourage them. Aggressively, if necessary.
Our firepower should discourage them, Admiral. They shouldn't pose much of a threat to the mission.
We're good to go here. The weapon's in the green. Protomatter matrix is stable and primed. The Admiral wants us to deploy the bomb in the largest concentration of Transuli eggs. Looks like that's in some type of structure ahead not far from here. Ready to go when you are, Captain.
All right, let's move out. Keep an eye out for the locals and make sure the weapon is protected. No more lucky shots like Vernonin 4, okay? The Admiral roared at me for a 10 cycle over that.
Let me just check and see if there was any extra weaponry I can add to my bar here. It looks like I've got dual protomatter Tetrion something or other. Got a melee smash protomatter laced energy and then a shoulder turret Tetrion. Nope, that's all that I can do on my hotbar here. So we'll just have to use everything we got.
50 credits says Tashan drops the bomb. Again. Huh, I'll take that. I'm standing right here, you know.
Oh, so they are gonna fight us.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Oh, okay. I don't know what all this does, so. Well, that does that. Isn't that a melee option I'm doing? Yeah. See, that was melee, right? That is, yeah, melee smash. Dual protomatter tetrion bursts. Short, okay. Ah. Oh, okay, that's just like a simple blast. Okay. That does not do a lot of damage, considering he has no armor or anything. Yeah, that little weapon there does not do a lot. It barely does anything. That's pretty cool. And then just smashing through. Might as well just smash him. That takes him down in one hit. It's interesting that this weaponry on the top here does not do hardly any energy damage or any damage. The melee does more damage than that does.
Does it matter where we put it?
Look at that. That does nothing. But then when I smash him,
after giving you a year of latrine duty,
when I smash him, it kills him instantly.
We got a job to do here. Yes, sir. Sorry, Lieutenant. Just stay disciplined. Remember what happened on Hitario.
Yeah, smashing seems to be the way to go. That one's okay, but eh. Smash. Well, okay, that works. I can examine the pillars. That's optional. I would like to do the optional.
They wouldn't want these eggs to hatch if they knew what was inside them. Are these fools gathering Dranzuli eggs? What? Are they worshipping the eggs?
Examine the pillar. Which pillar? I don't want to miss anything. It says optional, examine the pillar. Did I miss something back here maybe? I just want to double check. I want to get the optionals. Yep, I did. It's back here.
This pillar points down the road to that primitive structure.
Okay, there we go. Now let's enter the temple. Interesting that we're getting everything from a different perspective. I like it. Get to see what actually happened to this planet. Starfleet. Wasn't close enough. Get him. There we go. Hey, it didn't take him out that time. You guys gonna come in? I did defeat... Oh, there's more hostiles.
Look at this picture. There's a Vulcan in it. Mammals all look the same to me. You know, they probably say the same about us, right? I don't look anything like you. I'm actually good looking. Status report, Captain. Have you breached the structure yet?
Yes, sir. We found something interesting as well. Transmitting data now.
Starfleet. Interesting. Your scans indicate that image is centuries old. More Federation time travel nonsense, perhaps. Proceed with your mission, Captain. We don't have time for archaeology.
Alright. Open the inner door. And we know what's in there. Lots of eggs. It will not open. Oh. Have to push button. Ha.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Captain, Transuli signatures are most concentrated here. This looks like a prime detonation site, Captain. We'll get the weapon placed and ready to go. This won't take long. Who's on Overwatch while we deploy the bomb?
That'll be me. Get the weapon ready. I'll make sure you aren't interrupted.
Leave the temple and stand guard.
Is that the door closing? Hey! We're still in here! Captain!
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Bomb placement complete. Priming for detonation. Now!
Well, they are surrounding me, aren't they?
Bomb squad reporting. Need to stabilize the proto-matrix here.
They're actually doing quite a bit of damage to
Bomb's
me.
ready, but we're stuck in here. Transporters can't lock on.
I think I might die. They're actually on me quite a bit here. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Holy crap. They're sticking arrows in me. That was close. I came very close to dying. They were hitting pretty hard with those arrows. But the melee attack is real powerful.
A large number of life signs massing near your location, Captain. A large assault is imminent. Is the weapon ready to deploy?
Yes.
In moments, sir, but my men are still trapped in the structure. Transporters can't lock onto their signals.
Unfortunate, but we don't have time to extract them. We've received a priority assignment from the Autarch himself. We must depart at once.
Sir, give us a little more time. Beam an engineering team down. We can break into the structure with explosives.
You have your orders, Captain. Your men are acceptable losses, as are you. Would you like to join them?
No, sir. I would not.
And that's what set her over the edge, I guess. Very cool, though, playing as a Zenkethi. You would think they would have some more weaponry, especially that one that fires from the top. It does very little damage. Very little. Very tiny. And that's surprising. You would think it would do a lot more. Because those Draconians had no armor and no shields.
I left those men to die. And for what? So the Admiral could reach his next genocide on time. It was madness.
So there were no evacuation plans? No rescue efforts?
None. The Autarch's orders were quite clear on those matters. And the Admiral was all too willing to execute those orders. When we reached the Atosi system, it had become clear. Our crusade was not a just one.
Atosi Prime. Long-distance scans suggested the presence of Dratsuli infestation, but we'll need to be certain. Standard operating procedure, Captain. Begin by conducting a scan of the planet.
Yes, sir. Let's hope this was a false alarm.
Scan the planet. Maybe we'll get to use this feature. Peripheral refraction array. I will try it when I can.
This is Counselor Hale Atonement. I speak for the Atosi people. We know of you, Zenkethi, and your purpose here. If you scan our planet, you'll discover that it is free of the bioform objects you seek to destroy. A scan of our moon will reveal the presence of those objects in totality. When we heard the fate of other worlds like ours, we collected the objects and placed them there for you. Scour the moon as you will. It is devoid of life. Atosi Prime, however, is not. Over 4 billion souls dwell here. In their name, I ask you now, spare our world. Spare our lives.
Captain, confirm the Counselor's story. Scan both planet and moon. Verify the location of the Dratsuli eggs. We've been lied to before, and at great cost. I won't be deceived here today.
Alright, I'll verify.
No signs of infestation, Captain. Shall we scan the moon next?
Yes. Helm, set a course for the Atosi moon.
Captain, I'm reading a large concentration of Transuli eggs on the Atosi moon.
Very well. Prepare the torpedo launcher.
As you can see, we have been truthful.
Okay, we got him.
Captain, return to the planet and conduct a deep scan. I want to be absolutely certain there is no remaining infestation within this system.
As you wish, Admiral.
Okay, back to the planet. So that explains why the moon was destroyed when it looked like it had no life on it. Now to the planet.
Report, Captain. I'm picking up low-level signs of infestation across the planet. Are you as well?
Negative, Admiral. I believe the Atosi were being truthful here. There's no sign of Transuli infestation on our sensors.
It could be residual traces left behind when they move the eggs. Or it could be shielded pockets of infestation. Another crude attempt to deceive us. We must be certain, Captain. Prepare to scour Atosi Prime.
Sir, with all due respect, Atosi Prime is not a threat to us. There's no need for this.
There is every need, Captain. Since you appear to be incapable of following my orders, I will deal with Atosi Prime myself. Tactical, prepare to fire a protomatter torpedo at Atosi Prime.
Admiral, no. Don't do this, sir.
No, we're not a threat. We're not.
And yet they did anyway. He's in a much bigger ship than I am.
I could stomach no more after that. I could no longer walk upon the path of madness. My crew felt the same. Together, we began to walk a new path.
So there it is.
In light of your service to the Autarch and the Coalition, I will not have you shot for treason. If it were anyone else, be warned. The next time you see fit to walk the path of disobedience, I will not stay my hand. I'll see to it that your entire lineage is purged from existence to the last scale and egg. Do I make myself clear, Captain?
Yes, you do, sir. Helm, get us out of here.
Okay. Explains a lot. I like all the backstory. Gives us a reason for... it seems like this whole New Frontier storyline was well planned. You know, we went to the planets, and then this end mission explains what happened to those planets and all those odd things. Started with Draconis 3 and kind of ended with it. We learned what happened to it, which is really cool. I like that. It feels like a complete storyline.
Admiral Zen Tarak has a lot to answer for. We can only hope the Zenkethi Crusade has come to an end at last and that nothing like this ever happens again.
That path, that choice, led me to where we are now. Walking it ultimately gave me the strength to stand against the Admiral and defect to the Alliance. I think we can both agree that journey has reached its end. From this point forward, I begin to walk along the path of atonement. That journey will never end for me, but I will help as many as I can with every step I take. Thank you. I hope your superiors have the same opinion as well. As long as the Autarch lives, he will continue to pursue his insane crusade. I believe I can be of use to the Alliance when the time comes to stop him once and for all.
Okay.
I shall abide by their decision until our paths merge once more.
That was a nice little wrap-up mission. I like that a lot. There's a lot of good things to say about this mission. But let's turn it in and then we'll talk about it.
Captain Parr's journey has been perilous. To have the courage to do what is right against all odds is quite admirable. The Autarch is dedicated to wiping out every last threat to the Zenkethi by any means necessary. They are weakened, but not defeated. We shall be watching them closely. Ah, yes. I see that Alliance officials will be reviewing Captain Parr's request for asylum soon. The help she's given us, and your report, will go a long way toward approving that request.
Alright, now we have this refocuser emitter thingy. It's plus 15% Tetrion damage. So if you've got a Tetrion build, here's something you can put in a slot. It's a science console slot, but it will help you boost Tetrion damage. So fill all your tactical slots with Tetrion damage, and then also put this in science slot for even more Tetrion damage. Improve shield healing and energy and shield drain resistances as well, or expertise. You have this trait for the ground called Watch Your Back, plus res after being shot from behind or on the sides. Space trait called Redirected Armor, plus res after being shot from behind or sides. Draconian Ceremonial Pole Arm, so what they were throwing at us there on Draconis, you can own one of those as well for, you know, that kind of combat, melee combat. Or this plus 30% Tetrion Pulse Generator. I'll take the Science Emitter Refocuser, that's pretty cool. I don't think I'll ever use, well, you know, I might use one of these traits. We'll just take this anyway. And there you go, mission over. The Renegade's Regrets. A very cool mission, and I enjoyed it a lot. Number one, I enjoyed the fact that you got to play as a Zenkethi, so you got to play with their ship a little bit and a little bit of their ship powers. Really enjoyed the look of their weaponry. Very powerful it seemed, but I would love to have some Zenkethi weaponry like that. Looked very cool. Then you got to play with them on the ground and some of their powers they use on the ground. However, you would think that one weapon they have on their back would be a little stronger, but still fun to play as one for just a little bit. And then yeah, the entire New Frontiers storyline, which we are now finished with. There is no more New Frontiers is over. We did it from start to finish here. Felt like a complete packaged storyline because you start off with Draconis 3 and this mystery about what happened to the planet. Why did somebody destroy all the life on it for no reason? And then that we go on to find that other planets have had that done to them too. And then that moon, why would they do that on a moon? It's a moon. There was no life there to begin with. And all these mysteries, like, you know, you don't really think about it like why, but then they answer the why here at the end of the story. They actually let you go back to each planet where that happened and see what happened. So we get to see why Draconis 3 was taken out like that now. And then we learn the whole plot line that the crystals are eggs, and the Dranzuli, which are the Herc. And we, or at least the Dranzuli are at least the caretakers of the Herc. And, you know, that's why the Zenkethi were taking them out. It is a whole complete storyline where there's pieces to the puzzle as you're moving through the storyline. And when you get to the end, all the puzzle pieces fit. They've put them all together so that you have a complete puzzle that's fixed. It answers itself. Everything is answered. And I love that in a complete storyline. So whoever thought about New Frontiers and putting that storyline together from Cryptic, it shows Cryptic can make unique content in Star Trek Online outside of the TV shows and outside of what's on screen on TV shows. They can put it together using the fabric of Star Trek and put together a great storyline that does feel like Star Trek. It can be done. They've done it right here in New Frontiers. And they've also did it again in Gamma Quadrant, as we're about to find out, because that's also a lot of really good missions there. So anyway, I'm really happy with New Frontiers, how that came together. Future Proof as well, that was really fun. And I'm saying all this in preface of the fact that after Gamma Quadrant, we have to jump into Discovery missions, which I'm not too happy about. But we'll talk about that when we get there. But as far as unique Star Trek Online content that's not related to a TV show, they did a great job here with these missions, and really enjoyed New Frontiers. So now that we've finished that, the Gamma Quadrant is ahead of us. We will start the Gamma Quadrant missions next. They will be coming up, so stay tuned for that, because that is definitely an interesting storyline in the game as well. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Oh, and if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you for that, and I appreciate it. Here we go. Stay tuned for the next one. Check out Twitter at Brent_Justice for updates. You can follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Brent Justice. This helps support the channel and also allows me to publish more and more videos.